This little prop plane may not be as big as the Berlin airlift, but it still holds the same passionate mission to airdrop candy bars to children from the sky.
The size of the airplane doesn't matter. Getting off the ground is important, being up in the sky, being able to maneuver like a bird.
Co-piloted by Colonel Gail Halvorsen, better known as the Candy Bomber, the plane made a quick flyover Vista School in Ivins, wiggling the wings before passing over one more time, dropping Hershey chocolate bars tied to miniature parachutes.
And seeing those kids chase parachutes, I could see them run for it, but I couldn't quite see the parachutes land. But it just it regenerated me. I'm 10 years younger than when I got here.
I think it's a nice thing.
He did. He brought 900 candy bars with special parachutes attached to each one that have the Candy Bomber logo and things on it, and he provided one for every single student here.
And the American kids are chasing parachutes as hard as the German kids did, and they don't need the candy. Some magic about a white parachute coming out of the sky with a candy bar.
Children were anxious to receive their candy after hearing about Uncle Wiggily's mission more than 65 years ago over Berlin.
And I thought it was really interesting to see it because it really made me think back about World War II, and I actually started to cry a little bit. I was really glad that he did that, and I thank him so much for what he's done for all the country and all the kids in Germany.
It was really cool because I know he's a part of history, and him to come over to our school was pretty cool.
Kids learned that the compassionate candy drops were started with just 2 sticks of gum.
They didn't ask for it. He was nice enough to even give them 2 pieces of gum, and they split the pieces, 2 pieces to 30 children, and I think that's a special part of this.
Operation Little Vittles became Colonel Halvorsen's second mission at a time when he was helping the United States military supply flour and other food and medical supplies during a time of suffering. Halvorsen shared his story on Patriot Day, September 11th, at the Southern Utah Veterans Home. He said the children on the other side of the fence taught him that freedom was more important than hunger.
Don't worry about us. Kids in dire straits. We don't have to have enough to eat. Just don't give up on us. Just don't give up. Someday we'll have enough to eat. But if we lose our freedom, we'll never get it back. Kids, 9 years old to 15, give me American a lecture on what I took too much for granted, freedom in the United States of America.
It was then that Halvorsen was inspired to gather up rations of candy and drop them from the air, just like they did the supplies.
Hey kids, I'm coming back here tomorrow. I'll be flying over your head, and if you will share it, when I come over your head, I'm going to drop enough chocolate bars out for all of you to have some, if you'll share it. Jawohl, they said. We'll share it.
The Candy Bomber reportedly dropped more than 23 tons of candy in a 9-month period of time to children in Berlin. Soon to be 95 years old, Halvorsen says he'll continue to make kids smile as long as he's able.
I've got some scheduled yet into the future. So I just got to keep on until I drop out of the airplane.
In Ivins, Melissa Anderson, KCSG News.